Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. So as you can probably tell by the title of this video, I have decided to do a what I eat in a day video. Loads of you have always asked me about my diet. Obviously I am quite active, I work out a lot. I am not the healthiest of people, I like to have a balanced diet. I am about a Domino's takeaway every so often. I have already had a cup of tea, but I haven't had my breakfast yet. Yeah, enough chatting. You want to know what I eat in a day, so this is it. So today I'm having some homemade granola, which I make in batches every so often whenever I get the time. The main ingredients are jumbo oats, coconut shavings, mixed nuts, honey, raisins. I then add a little bit of almond milk, and on this occasion I'm adding some more raisins afterwards. So I've just made my breakfast. Well, I say made, I pre-make it, and this is my granola. I have discovered a recipe. I say discovered, it's just a granola recipe, and I love the fact that I can add what I want. So I added coconut shavings to this, some mixed nuts, and then I've added raisins. Sometimes I add some like dried cherries, flaxseed, chia seed. You can basically add whatever you want, and it's actually so easy to make. And the smell when you're baking granola, oh my god, it's to die for. Like with the honey that you've got in there, it's so good. So I batch make this and I just keep it in an airtight container, and also I know that it's kind of got lots of goodness in it. Granola doesn't have to be boring. So yeah, so basically I have a bowl of this. If I am out for the day, then I'll probably grab breakfast whilst I'm out, or I love breakfast meetings. So, you know, something like avocado on toast is another good one, which I also do make at home sometime, actually really easy to make. But at the moment I'm in my granola phase, so I'm quite enjoying that. So I finished my breakfast. My granola was very yummy. Today I'm gonna go and do a bit of a workout. I've been kind of experimenting with my workout and finding what works for me and the different types of exercises that I actually really like, because I don't like doing the same type of exercise over and over again. So I'm gonna go and get ready and do that. And then after that, I will have my after workout protein shake.
I've tried, written down the words to say, it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel.
So I've just finished a half-hour workout. It wasn't anything too intense today. I just wanted to do a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of core work, a little bit of stretching, but nothing, like I said, nothing that was like too hardcore. Having said that, although it wasn't a really intense workout, I still find it really important to have my protein shake afterwards. I've never been one of these that, oh yeah, I want to bulk, I want to get really big. Plus, I personally think this tastes a little bit like Nesquik. Joe doesn't think so much, but I think it tastes like a peanut butter banana Nesquik, chocolate Nesquik. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I put in it. So this is my protein. This is the Super Elixir Nourishing Protein. It is by Wellco, who I think is Elle Macpherson's brand. She's something to do with it. I don't know if it's her brand or if she's the face of it. But this is the organic sprouted brown rice and pea protein, chocolate with raw Peruvian cacao. Oh, I mean, it sounds very complicated, but basically it just tastes like chocolate powder. So this is that. This one I got from Space NK. I think that this size, which is the, oh, I don't know how, where does it say? I don't know how much it is, but this is this is £48 from Space NK. Oh, it says right there, 500 grams. So for 500 grams, this is £48. So it is quite pricey, but I really, really like this one. I used to be really put off the whole like protein shake thing, because I thought, first of all, it would make me really bulky, which I don't want, and second of all, they don't taste nice. both now, which I found out, don't have to be true. They don't have to make you bulky. And then with protein as well, like I've tried a few different ones, and actually luckily I've never come across some really, really horrible ones. Some people that I know have tried some ones that really aren't nice. All the ones that I've tried have been really yummy, but right now I'm loving the Super Elixir, this one. So I'm going to stick with this for a bit, but I probably will switch it up again. But right now, literally a chocolate milkshake, so why would I not want to stick with this? So I've been doing some work on my laptop for the last couple of hours, finished my protein smoothie, couldn't get my words out then, and I've just been drinking some water. There are other brands of water available. Just drinking some water. I'm trying to up my water intake. The sun has got really bright all of a sudden. I'm trying to up my water intake because I know that I don't drink enough water during the day. So that is something that I am trying to currently do. But now, the sun is really bright, but now I'm gonna make some lunch, and seeing as I've got the luxury of time today to actually make it, I'm going to make like a chickpea mash, kind of like hummus basically. Like I love hummus. So this is not something that I make every single day, but it is actually very quick to do, and I find it really yummy. So I'm gonna show you that. So to make my lunch, I'm going to use just 1 can of chickpeas, a Knorr vegetable stock cube, some olive oil, some wholemeal bread, a bit of fresh thyme and a clove of garlic. And these are all foods that I already have in my kitchen cupboards at home. So to start off with, I drain the can of chickpeas, empty them into a saucepan, and then I'm going to really gently heat them on the hob. And whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to make my vegetable stock cube. And like I said, I use a Knorr stock cube. You could use chicken stock cube if you wanted to, but I'm using a vegetable one. And I added about 200 ml of water. Give it a stir in. You actually don't need that much of it because you don't want your mash to be too runny. You also don't want to overheat the chickpeas because I have definitely done that before, and burnt chickpeas is not what you want. So whilst I'm heating up the chickpeas, I am attempting to crush garlic, but actually I'm just slicing it and then chopping it up a little bit more once I actually manage to get the skin off, which always takes a while. Things like garlic and even the thyme are pretty optional. I think it just depends on what you like. It's kind of trial and error, which is what I quite enjoy about cooking. As long as it's kind of foods that you don't mind, then just chuck it in and see how it goes. So then I add my vegetable stock cube to my chickpeas after they've been heating for about 5 minutes. Give them a little stir, add in the garlic, and then give it a bit more of a stir. Just stir it all in. Really good. And you want to make sure that the liquid doesn't start to boil. So keep it on a really low heat. Whilst this is happening, you can't really see it, but I am putting 2 slices of the wholemeal bread into the toaster. And then I'm just going to take a few bits of the thyme, and in a minute I'm going to chuck those into the mixture as well. You want to keep stirring to make sure that it doesn't overheat, and then once it's finally done, you want to drain the chickpeas, but you want to keep some of the vegetable stock because you're going to need it later on. So then you put your vegetable stock to the side and you want to mash up the chickpeas, but really roughly. You don't need them to be too smooth. You just want to mash them up so that they're broken up a little bit. After this, add a little bit of the olive oil, stir in, and once the olive oil is all mixed in, you're going to season by adding the thyme and some lemon juice, which I actually forgot to get out of the fridge earlier. So then just add a bit of lemon juice, however much you want, depending on how much you want to flavour it, really. Keep stirring it in so that everything's all mixed in together. Add a tiny bit of the vegetable stock. Again, you don't want to add too much because you don't want your mash to be really runny. You don't want it to like seep through the bread.
Speaking of bread, get that out of the toaster. Again, I like to butter it, but you don't have to. And that is pretty much it. It seems really complicated, but honestly, it is so easy to make. Add the chickpea mash on top, and you're done. Ready to enjoy your chickpea mash on toast for lunch.
Just finished my lunch. Well, I say finished, I didn't actually end up eating all of it. I did eat most of it, but I think because I haven't, like, other than my workout earlier, I've been sat on my laptop, had my shake, and then was like, oh, I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to have something. I actually think that I way overestimated and probably didn't need 2 slices of bread. Could have just done with 1 slice of bread and like the chickpea mash. But at least I'm nice and full and content now, and won't be having dinner until a lot later on. Well, I've got the stuff to make fajitas, so I might make that a bit later on. I don't know.
Okay, so I am making fajitas for dinner, and for this I will need some chicken breast, some bell peppers and some red onion. This is one of my specialities, and if ever anyone comes around to my house, this is probably what I'm going to cook them. Plus, I love Mexican food and I love fajitas. So once I have sliced up the chicken and I have managed to get the wok out of the cupboard, there we go, a bit of a struggle, I put a little bit of oil in the pan and heat it up and then add the chicken to let it cook. I then chop up the vegetables, and for this I use half a red onion, a whole red bell pepper and a whole green bell pepper. You can use the yellow one as well if you like, but I just like the red and the green ones. But I don't add that until the chicken is cooked all the way through. When it's finally cooked through, I add the vegetables and basically just stir it. Then everything else I need comes in the box. It's so easy to do, which is why I think I've made it my speciality. Once the vegetables are softened a bit, I add the fajita mix. Sometimes I find this a bit too spicy, so I might only add half a bag, but tonight I've gone all in, added the whole bag, and the smell is so good. You just can't fault Old El Paso. After this, I put the salsa into a bowl, I get out my light Hellmann's mayonnaise, and I put my tortilla into the microwave for 10 seconds whilst I get myself a drink. Then that is pretty much it. It is cooked in literally 10 minutes. Cover the tortilla with some mayo, whack on a bit of the chicken and vegetables, layer with a tiny little bit of salsa, but not too much because I don't like it too spicy. And that is literally how easy it is. Mexican food, done. Easy, simple, that's what I like. Then I can devour all the fajitas. And if you don't manage to finish all of the fajitas, then the great thing about this is that you can put it in a Tupperware and save it and have it for lunch or dinner the following day. So this is our ice cream selection. We've got 4 here and some frozen hot dog buns. And the one I am getting, this bad boy. That's actually another one of the same ones back there. 2, just in case, emergency stash. And then in the middle, we do love a bit of ice cream in this flat. So this is the one though right now. It's what dreams are made of. The most annoying thing about Haagen-Dazs ice cream, I can get it open, is that it gets so hard. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that. So I'm actually going to have to leave it for like 5 minutes. I'm going to leave those 2 to soften a little bit for like 5 minutes, and then, oh, it's going down. I'm sorry, but just look at that. That is insane. I've had my dinner. I've had my ice cream. And now I am going to make a cup of tea. An English breakfast tea now. And then just before I go to bed, I'm going to have my chamomile tea because it helps me sleep. So that is next on the agenda.
So I'm just finishing up a little bit of work before I go to bed, but I do have my chamomile tea and I'm kind of trying to wind down. I really need to start getting off my laptop earlier because that will probably also help me sleep. But for now, I've got my chamomile tea. It's cooled down a little bit. It's a nice little like hand warmer actually. And yeah, basically, let me put this down. That is what I eat in a day. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that it maybe showed you a bit more an insight into me and my day. Obviously, like I said, it does vary day to day depending on what I'm doing. I just thought, seeing as I was home all day today, I could show you what I would eat in a day whilst I'm at home. Maybe I'll try and do another one when I'm out and about, because obviously I don't have all the stuff that I've got in my kitchen, so I kind of have to make do with what I can find on the go. Please leave me a comment if you would like to see that, and also your thoughts on this video. It would mean so much to me if you could subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you next time. Bye.